No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Something is about to break.
Hey everybody, welcome to About to Break, a special quarantine edition. I am live right now with my buddy through the internet. We're talking through the internet. I see you. It's as if you're here with me, but you are not here with me. But in my heart, I feel that I'm here with Mr. Joel Ward.
Yeah. What's up, Taylor?
Oh, nothing much, man. Just hanging out. Been spending some time at home. How about you?
Oh, just locked up in the house here. Yeah, with the wife, and our 2 cats.
You have 2 cats.
We got 2 cats, and yeah, we're spending a lot of time with them.
Now, I know, like, because we have a dog, and then we just got a puppy.
Oh my God!
Like
wow.
like a couple weeks ago, we got a puppy.
This is like the best. Like, this puppy is probably so stoked.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, are your cats excited? Like, our dogs are losing their mind that we're home all the time.
Our cats are like the happiest they've ever been. Like, we're just with them constantly. Like, they usually like will do their own thing, like sleep during the day, like. But now they're just around all the time, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're here! Let's hang out."
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's really fun.
And we're back. Joel has switched to some AirPods.
Oh yeah!
Let everyone hear your awesome sounding voice now.
Yo, Joel Ward in the house on the AirPods.
Hey, dude, remember when we used to be magicians?
Oh my God, what was that like? Remember gigs, right?
Remember complaining about gigs and travel and
all
that?
Oh my gosh. Remember we're like, oh my God, we have to fly. I'm so tired. I just need like 2 weeks off.
Right.
And now we've had 2 weeks off. I'm like, I want the gigs again. I want stuff to do. Like, yeah. It's going to be hard to complain, I think, with our amazing gigs and lifestyle the way it was,
right? Like
missing that, it's going to be really hard to ever complain again. But I'm sure we will. I
was thinking about that. I was like, okay, I bet everyone's going to be so grateful and like. But then I thought, but before this was after like 9/11 and after like the Depression and after all these world wars, and it's like at a certain point, people will probably just settle back in to business as usual.
Well, Allie and I, my wife and I were talking about just how like fast like humans adapt, right? Like we're so quick to adapt to changing circumstances.
Right.
And so now we've like adapted to this new normal, which we're all quarantined and, just like we'll like, if we go out, we're like taking alcohol and like wiping down everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like just the new normal, but we'll quickly adapt right back to where we were,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, but, that's good. That's good. My sister-in-law is she has lupus, and so her like immune system is compromised, and so with that, we're like, okay, if we want to see them at all, we need to be so vigilant, like to just do all the things, social distance and like cleaning like crazy and. It's so funny. Like we did like a Walmart to go order, and I felt so bad for the people. Like they deliver it to your car, and like I'm just like cracking the window, like thanks, just throw it in the trunk,
Oh my God!
We got home, and I'm like disinfecting like individual grocery items on the front porch. And I'm like, what world are we living in?
I know, it's crazy. We're washing everything. We're disinfecting like just like bags, like bags of like lettuce and just anything like. Just washing everything and my phone constantly just like wiping down my cell phone screen. And we just had, do you remember magician Ashley Springer from like back in the day? He was like a young magician. He competed and won all the contests. He did like a gumball manip act.
Right.
Well, he was like New York based and he moved to LA years ago when he like reacquainted, but his father passed away a few years ago, and his father was in magic, and he had a bunch of magic, like a huge magic collection. So he just dropped off at my house, like all these magic posters framed, like books.
Because he's not into it anymore.
Well, he is, but like not as much. Like he's just kind of like, so he's just like, I'm not going to donate this to the Goodwill. So he's like, I'll give it to my buddy Joel. So it's like really cool, like old like lithographs and like so I'm like super excited to go through it. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Really fun
amazing,
stuff.
man. We should do
Yeah.
like a bonus, like a video where we go through it and you show us all the things.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd
Yeah,
be
for sure.
super fun, man.
Yeah,
it would also
totally.
give me one other thing to do because this is the only thing on my schedule today.
Me too. Yes.
have you been like, have you gotten to the point where you've started like creating and working on stuff or like, what are you doing?
I'm just getting there now. So I think we're going on week 2 of quarantine.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
longer.
weird to say.
I don't even know.
Right.
Like I have to like literally look at my watch and be like, oh, it's the 28th. Like,
right.
Okay, it's Saturday. Like I have to like really think about it.
Oh yeah.
But no, for the first 2 weeks I was kind of like depressed, slumpy, like just sort of like mopey, like just sleep till whenever I wanted. I was drinking more than I should and just eating bad. But now like I'm like kind of getting into a rhythm. Like we're like cooking like everything. We're like cooking like really healthy now, and we're like walking every day. Exercising at the house, and like now I'm like starting to feel like creative and like antsy, you know, like
right. That's good.
I feel like 2 weeks is like too much like off time, and now I'm like, okay, what are we gonna do? Like I need projects, I need stuff to do.
Right. Yeah, man. The walking has been really helpful for me. Like I've done it over the last like year and a half. Whenever July, so coming up on 2 years, I had like a panic attack. And after that, I started like taking these long walks, and it's been so good, man, especially during this time, just to like get out. There's something about walking outside and looking up in the sky and realizing it's not like turned to blood, you know, you know what I mean? To like just remind you that like, okay, things are still moving, plants are still growing. We're going to get through this. You just got to have those moments of encouraging yourself, you know?
Well, like the earth is going to be fine. Like, the earth is surviving. You know?
I do wonder, like with all these cars off the road in LA, like I bet you in a quick amount of time, we're going to see like, oh man, the pollution is like gone down and, you know, things are turning around.
Well, especially with all this rain that we've had.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh my God, the walking though, there is something to it and I'm loving it. Like we'll go on like a minimum hour walk, sometimes 2 hours. And we're like, I've never done that. Like,
isn't that crazy?
It's so fun. It's like really fun. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Do you have like a certain place that you walk always, or do you kind of mix it up? Have you found like a path you like?
We're in the valley, North Hollywood, like by the Chandler bike path.
Yeah.
So,
that's so cool.
You know, we have this beautiful bike path,
Yeah.
But it's gotten really crowded. So we've been kind of avoiding the bike path and doing like neighborhoods.
Okay, cool.
So we started doing like a lot of Burbank neighborhoods, just like up and down streets, like just kind of like house, like looking and then we started doing cemeteries because we're like,
that's cool.
Where will like people won't be at cemeteries. So we went to, there's one at the end of Cahuenga in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
Beautiful cemetery. So we started like walking around that and that was fun. And then we started doing like Forest Lawn. We did Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills and Glendale. And we biked yesterday at Forest Lawn, Glendale, and saw like Walt Disney's grave. And
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I've always been a sucker. Like I really like graveyards. It sounds morbid, but I've always enjoyed like, there is something kind of peaceful and interesting about walking through a graveyard and looking at the tombstones and remembering people that you didn't even know, but just going like, oh wow, like it's wild. Yeah. I'm always like, let's go to the graveyard. My kids are like, Dad, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's okay.
No, I think it is peaceful and there is something beautiful about it. And it's very like silent and quiet and there's just like lots of green grass everywhere. And I don't know. Yeah.
I've never been to Walt's grave. What's it like? Is it like a mausoleum thing or is it very simple? What's his Walt's?
I thought it was,
what's Walt's
I thought it was going to be,
vibe?
I thought it was like a big mausoleum, but it's just kind of like a corner.
Does like a statue pop up behind it like, whoa, like in the Haunted Mansion?
Oh my God.
Would that be amazing?
Seriously. That would be so cool.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's like a little corner, like garden, like area.
Yeah.
And it's not that fancy. I thought it would be like inside the full mausoleum style. Like as Michael Jackson's is like closed to the public. It's like a whole mausoleum.
Yeah.
But like Walt's is like outside, just like a little corner, like, you know, there's, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 people buried in that lot. And, seems pretty chill.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my life I've ever thought about Walt Disney's grave.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. We have a lot of time to think about these.
I know,
things,
I know, right? Have you ever gone to Griffith Park where the carousel is, where Walt like came up with the idea for Disneyland?
Well, I've been there, but I didn't know that's where he came up. Like,
yeah, so apparently, like he was sitting on one of those benches looking at the carousel and the families play, and he got this idea of like, what if we built a place that was just for like families to come and like, you know, buy churros.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Have you seen the on Disney Plus the Imagineering documentaries?
No, I saw the icon for it like 2 days ago, and I was like, I should watch that.
That's so cool.
It's good
like
stuff?
it's really cool. Like I've never been like a huge Disney fan. Like I've always liked it. I've enjoyed it. Like my wife loves it. But I've never really like loved going to the parks.
Yeah.
But after watching that documentary, I just have so much respect like for that company, and just like so much. They've done so much, and they're such a big company that it really just, I don't know. I have a lot more appreciation for Disney after watching it.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
We are. We're coming to the end of March. Disney still hasn't announced. Like apparently they haven't announced. They're supposed to close through the 31st. I don't think they've announced that they're extending it. They obviously have to, right? Like, I mean,
right? Oh, of course.
This whole thing is crazy.
This whole thing is nuts, but I think it's going to last a lot longer than people think.
I think so too.
What do you think?
I do. Yeah. I do. And I also think probably there's going to be a time where, summer comes, and a lot of people are talking about like summer comes and it's going to like not be as many cases. People start going out again. And then when fall comes around, I think we're going to end up being probably right around the time all the corporate events like rebook for the fall is when we're going to have to do this again.
Oh man. Oh, that's so depressing.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be depressing. No.
That's fine,
never mind. I take it back. We will be back to work by Easter.
Yeah. Easter 2022. Okay. No, I think you might be right actually. Yeah. I think it's going to last a while.
How have you prepared? How have you prepared yourself mentally? Obviously, like there's very little. I mean, our industry as a whole is just shut down. Like live performance, just done. Like it's not happening right now. So
it's not happening.
Like not asking like how do you prepare for something like this because you can't. But like how are you preparing yourself mentally for like the road ahead and you know?
Well, like there's something very like calming about. It's not just me, it's like as a performer, right. It's like, as a performer, you're always like, oh, well, like I'm not working, like I must not be doing something right. Like, like I'm lacking on my, business side of things, or I'm not like a good enough performer, or I'm not a good enough magician, or maybe I need to practice my sleight of hand more. But it's the whole world.
Yeah. I said, I feel like entertainers as a whole, I've got a pretty strong theory about entertainers. I think half of people in entertainment are going to quit. Like they're just going to be like, there are folks who have been like threatening to get out of the business for a long time. And I think this is going to be a perfect opportunity for them to just go, look, I'm going to do something else. But then I think the rest of everybody is going to come out in a better spot than most people, because we're used to having seasons where it's like, oh, there's a ton of work now, and then there's not so much work. And
right.
It is funny. Like I have a buddy who's been dealing, like it's been a slow season for him and he's been struggling, with dough and stuff. And he's like, oh, it is kind of freeing that I'm not the only one worried about money right now. Like, the whole world is kind of like trying to figure out what this means for everyone.
Yeah, no, it totally like helps me just sort of like, get my head like around the whole thing, it's like, okay, we're all in this together. And so that kind of like helps me like not go crazy.
Yeah.
But I really don't know what the road ahead is going to be like. Like, are we not going to be able to do close-up magic? Are we not going to be able to like interact? Right. Like I sent an email to my summer clients yesterday, just, saying, hey, like if you guys need to reschedule, like let me know, like I'm going to roll over your deposits, just checking in. And a lot of these, like I have a couple of grad nights and a couple of weddings, and they're very hopeful. They're like, oh no, we think we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And like, these are like June gigs. I'm like, I don't think so. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That becomes the tough thing too. Like, let's say 2 weeks from now, the government says everybody is free to go back to work, but we still see like numbers going up and stuff. Then
Right.
you're in this weird boat of like, what do I do? Do I go out and do a show? Do I, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do I take the chance of getting sick or making someone else sick? It's just such a weird,
Yeah.
it's a weird,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of feel like
I,
everything should just be on pause for a few months. Like, let's all just settle down.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm completely
Everybody
with you
chill.
on that.
And,
Yeah. Everyone chill out and just, it's a weird time to grasp. But like, you're like a very like hard worker. Like, you've always been just like a go-getter. And like, you've been on like a crazy roll, like for the last couple like years. Like, you've always been doing magic and you've always like worked really hard. But like, I've noticed like just this increase in your, like performances and just your output. And so what is that for you? Like, like just kind of flipping everything, like that's got to be really a crazy transition for you.
It's thank you for that, man. By the way, that's super nice. It's interesting because I was talking to my brother-in-law last night and, like I think oftentimes in entertainment, you feel like you're, about to break in a certain area, like you're on the cusp of like something big happening, or, you've been building this thing and then you're like, oh, this is really going to like, the gears are going to kick here. And I had a couple things, like, especially in the corporate market, that were really like looking good, like really looking good. Cool. And then, nice. but then all of a sudden that like overnight, that's just gone. You know what I mean? Like, and not right. that those things won't come back, but it's gotten me going like, okay, this is not the time. Granted, like we all need to like kind of mourn this moment and we all need to settle down and be smart and like stay at home and stay safe. But at the same time, I'm going like, okay, what, like that part of me that's like, what's the next thing to do? Like, what do we need to do to prep for wherever this ends up? Like, if you're someone who does exclusively, like we have a lot of friends who just do close-up magic. What are those guys going to do? Like right now I'm thinking like, okay, so start getting creative, start like coming up with new ways to continue to entertain people, but offering options where it's like I was already thinking about, I bring too many people on stage, and now I'm like, I don't think I want to bring anybody on stage anymore.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking about that a lot too. Cause like my show is there's so much audience participation and I'm like, oh my God, like, do we have to go back to old school? Like the type like of magic that has, like that is kind of like gone away. Right. Is it going to come?
The nightclub act.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull out my Magic of Alan Wakeling. Yeah.
Seriously, like those silent manip acts and stuff, like there might be a reinsert.
That's true.
A new wave of those.
There was like that old Vegas-y kind of like the 50s, 60s vibe where like you would have a performer. It was almost like ambiance entertainment because they were doing like magical things, but it didn't necessarily follow a plot or a storyline, and there was no dialogue. So you could, take a bite of your steak and then look up and go, oh, look, he made a rabbit appear. And then take a bite of your steak and be like, oh, look, the girl's dress changed. But you know what I mean? It's right. I wonder what it's going to be, man. I wonder.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like, I kind of, like I started in that stage world. Well, I didn't really start, and I got into that stage world, and I got out of it.
I know, man.
Like, but
the bird act and the illusions and
like I'm not really excited to go back to that. Like that's not what I was really into.
I don't know. I don't think that's the thing. It is funny that like, a lot of especially a lot of the older performers have always ragged on like YouTube magicians and like all these people who do stuff virtually, and it's like, well, now those are the only people making money right now.
Seriously.
Like
I know. Yeah. What are your thoughts on all that? Like, are you going to go down that road? Like, are you going to start like filming stuff and putting stuff more online, like more magic on social media and YouTube and stuff? I
think, and again, what do I know? I mean, this is such a weird thing. What do any of us know? But like my thought process right now, at least my focus is, I'm going to continue to put out content for the public to try to build an audience. I think right now is a huge opportunity to build an audience because everybody's online.
Of course. Yeah.
So I think like, you know, I want to step up things as far as like, you know, Instagram, TV and videos and things like that, just to try to like gain more of a, you know, following or whatever.
For sure.
But then I don't think I'm going to try to monetize that as much. I think I'm going to try to do video-based stuff for corporate clients.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm trying to figure out, is there a way to do that? And I've got some ideas, but they're very infantile right now.
You're the second magician I've heard talk about that this week, about doing like video, like virtual MC style stuff for corporate events. And you know,
I mean, there's a lot of there was a lot of talk already about like doing more online conferences and streaming and things like that. And so, that might be a route to go. I think there's also a lot of people right now who they're trying to figure out how to continue to encourage their teams and have people be motivated and like keep everyone together. And so there might be something along those lines that could be done. But I don't know. I mean, we gotta figure out something.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, we have to pivot. We have to pivot at times like this, and we have to figure it out because that's the only way we're going to end up on the, you know, on the other side of this. Like we've worked so hard to get to where we are. We don't want to now just be like starting over, you know?
Yeah, man.
So we got to definitely, you know, be creative in this time and really kind of pivot and figure out what to do. I don't know what that is exactly. I've never been a fan of online magic. I don't, it's a live medium. I love doing it live. Mm-hmm. I hate watching it on television. Yeah. The only show I do enjoy watching on television is the Carpenaro Effect because people don't know they're watching a magician and he's just so charming. But I don't know. I'm, you know, I'm not against doing it. I'm just not a fan of it, you know?
Well, and magic on TV as of late is different. Like when we were kids, we had like World's Greatest Magic, and it was like, it was a magic show on television. You know what I mean? It was essentially like you were watching Lance Burton do the same act you would see him do in the theater. Yeah. It wasn't quick and flashy and which is what like Instagram stuff is like. Oh, look, here's two people on the beach that look like they don't know what's about to happen, and then they lose their minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So that like in January I taped that special. And we're kind of wrapping it up right now, like the editing side of things. I don't know where it's going to live yet. If anyone has the number for Netflix, because look, I could use some money right now. I'll sell that thing.
Well, I mean, going down that road, like, aren't all television looking for content right now because they're not filming new stuff?
That's the theory that I have. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I'm going to try to shop it because I think this might be a good time to do that. But the reason I did that in the first place was I want to show people magic on TV or on a streaming service that looks like magic when you see it live. I wanted to, you know what I mean? Just totally. Harry Anderson put out a special, Hello Sucker, that was great. That was just like watching his act, you know?
Yeah. I don't think
there's nothing out there like that right now. So
I think you're right. I think that's really cool. I think that's really smart to do because that's when I like TV magic. You know, I like those specials and the old Copperfield specials and the World's Greatest Magic and the, you know, Champions of Magic.
Live from Monaco.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. Great. That's the only way I know about Princess Stephanie from Monaco.
Oh my God. Seriously. I have all those VHS tapes and I was thinking of pulling them out. And
that is awesome.
Going through.
Do you have a VCR?
I do.
Oh, dude. I just bought a cable that you can use to convert them like onto your computer.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I should mail it to you so you can.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have, I have this, right? Yeah, seriously.
Do you have like a capture device?
We have a VHS to DVD burner.
Oh, cool.
But then we don't really have a DVD like player for our computers now because they're all
Right.
kind of like newer computers with no DVD drives. So we might have to get like an external DVD drive to convert
Yeah.
those to a digital file. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, talking
Yeah.
about like interacting with people on stage, I think like comedians, when this is all over, comedians will be able to get up on stage and immediately do their thing. But I do think as magicians, we've got to start thinking about like, okay, what does a show look like after this? When even if we say like, okay, we beat it or we found a vaccine, I think people are going to be much more sensitive to personal, close quarters interaction than they have been.
Oh, completely.
So-
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
So yeah, I think we got to start
You know,
figuring
like
that out.
thinking of what's that trick that I've never done this, but the instant magician where that magician
yeah.
gets behind. And that's
Yeah.
done. Oh my
Yeah.
God, right?
Can you imagine?
Oh my, like I can't even imagine like handing someone a Sharpie and being like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
autograph this.
Right.
Like they might not even want to do that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
that's-
Or hospitality where you pass out drinks to everybody.
Oh.
Like everyone drink this
Nope.
drink that I just made magically.
Yeah. Nope. Done. Yeah. French
Oh.
kiss. That's done.
Yeah, yeah,
anything
yep.
in the mouth. Like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. The car. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of stuff is going to have to change
Uh-huh.
to a church show, so where it's going to be more visual, like you said, like more of like stand-up comedy where it's just them watching a show. And that might change venues and our gigs and our clients and stuff too, because
Right.
there's a lot of those like venues that are like that want that style of magic, like dinner, like theaters
Oh yeah.
where they're eating and watching a show.
Oh, yeah,
And
I mean, this year we've had like within the last 2 years we've had like 3 or 4 big ones open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that are
yeah,
restaurant /
right.
get some drinks and see some magic and
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it's a crazy time to do what we do. you
Yeah.
know?
I do think though, I mean, because we don't, again, like I don't want to be just super discouraging. I do think there are huge opportunities right now for people that get creative. Like somebody's going to come out of this, a handful of people are going to come out of this with like some brilliant new stuff
Yeah.
that changes the game, like
Totally.
so
Shin Lim.
Shin Lim. Yeah.
yeah. He's gonna do it.
He's
yeah.
gonna do it. Shin's good. Shin's figured it out.
yeah. Yeah, visual, just
Right.
like, here's a camera, like don't need to talk to anybody.
Right.
Just watch me. I'm amazing.
What
Yeah.
about I know both you and Ali have done a lot of improv. What do you think is going to happen like in the improv community, improv world? I mean, it is so like, I got your back.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like close quarters.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe
That's-
we're
that's
overthinking
gonna
this.
be-
And if we're overthinking this, great. If we're overthinking this and we get through this and everything's great, like awesome. But like, I do think we got to start thinking about some of this stuff. Sorry.
Well, yeah, because what's going to keep us from the next pandemic? Like
Right.
like what about the next one when we don't? We might have in like a year and a half, we might have a vaccine for COVID-19. Great, you go
Right.
get your flu shot, you go get your COVID-19 shot. Cool, everything's back to normal. But what about the next one? Like,
Yeah.
how are we going to prepare and be able to adapt more quickly the next time around?
Yeah.
So maybe the time is to change now and
Uh-huh.
kind of put all that stuff, implement it now. As far as like the improv world goes, that live theater stuff is going to be very difficult, but I think sketch content will
Yeah,
still
that's
be
true.
a thing. And, Ali and I are kind of really excited about that. We kind of, the last couple of years we've like dabbled just for fun. It's just like a hobby,
Oh, it's
like doing that.
fantastic. Like you guys have
And-
so many cool sketches out that are hilarious.
Oh, thanks, man. But I'm like excited. I'm really excited about that right now. Like I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do more of that because people still want to laugh. People
Right.
still need to laugh. And I don't know if what I'm doing with my magic is, I don't know. And I'm not sure if I'm able to give them that right now, unless I start figuring out how to do it on a camera, and figure
Right.
that out. But I've never really like figured out my angle in with that, and I've never really, like I said, I've never been excited about that medium.
Well,
But
you and I both are. I mean, you mentioned like we use a lot of volunteers. It's very interactive. It's kind.
Yeah.
I feel like if the audience is different, the show's going to be different, and so it is weird to sit across a camera and not get a response and not know, just try to figure out how it works in that whole world, unless you're just doing like you said, like flashy, kind of quick.
yeah.
Well,
you do a lot of storytelling, and you're a really good storyteller, and you can really put like messages into your work. And you're really good at that. And I think that definitely will translate right now. And, I think people want to laugh right now, but I think they also, like music is really inspiring, and it's like really resonating with people.
Yeah.
And I think people want to like feel good, but also they want to, there's got to be meaning to all this. So maybe, I don't know. I see with your storytelling, how you could really, like your gypsy thread and, stuff like that is just like really powerful. And I think people would watch that online and that would really resonate with people. I don't know.
That's cool, man. Thank you. Yeah.
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 Not just because there's so much noise out there on the internet. There's just so much like silly, just like,
Well, it's so funny
like,
now. You open up Instagram and it's like anytime you open it, there's like 12 people that are live right now. Like that used to never happen. Used to never happen. If someone went live before, it was like, oh, someone's live?
Whoa, what's
weird.
This? Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Well, I did enjoy the Shed show the other day.
And you're gonna be on it this week.
And I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, man.
Yeah. That was really fun. You guys, you and Nick put some time into that. You guys had bits. You guys had pieces. That was really cool.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's been good to have a project to. We thought about doing it more than once a week, and then I was just like, no, let's just do it once a week and like really think about some fun stuff to do. And
Totally.
I mean, some of it is just totally ridiculous, but I think all of us should have something that we're like, okay, I'm gonna work on this week, and it
totally.
And then again, there are those days where I wake up and I just go, "Ugh, I don't want to do anything." It's Katie said it best. I think she said we used to, as in our business, we used to have good days and bad days, and now it's like we have good minutes and bad minutes. It's like right now I feel great and positive, and 10 minutes from now I might just be like crawl under the covers.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, having those projects and things to look forward to is something really good. We're working on a bit that I'm excited to share with people. You and I, that we're gonna do.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
It'll be fun, man.
Yeah. Do you use your like right now your shed? Are you gonna? Is this like where you shoot the Shed show?
Yeah.
Is this like the same? This is the same spot.
Yeah. This is where I'm at. So yeah, it's
cool.
It's
perfect.
it's just a little. It's 8 foot wide by 10 feet long. It's just a little room that we've made. And,
awesome.
But yeah, like we built this shed and made a room out of it. And I got a new idea that I'm going to try this week. Cause I found a new software to use to do like some streaming stuff. That's pretty cool. And so I'm going to set up one area as like the little talk show area, and the other area is like a little comedy club. So that so that we can cut to the comedy club and I can do like a bit over there. So we'll see.
That's great. That's cool, man. That's really cool.
I feel like it feels like putting on like a talent show, like when you were a kid. Like,
yeah, for sure.
It's just fun and silly, and
totally.
I want to see you and Allie do some more sketches and some bits. I think that
we're gonna get back into them. Yesterday, I just started feeling like motivated again. So I'm like really like anxious to do stuff. So we filmed one last summer that we haven't done anything with. So we started editing that, and we have to like film like a few more pieces to kind of finish it. But
cool.
But yeah, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna put the mustache back on.
Yeah, buddy.
And, bring it back. Totally.
Oh, that's so fun, man.
Yeah. Are you do you work with like a green screen? You said that you've been playing around with green screen stuff?
Yeah, so I've been playing with green screen. I haven't used it yet on the Wednesday night show, but I'm gonna try to do something with it this Wednesday. Nick's
cool.
been using it. Like, I don't if you saw, like, he had a green screen behind it. His kept falling down, which was hilarious.
Oh, it was great. It was like the Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility.
Yes, that's like, what it was. That's totally
awesome.
what it was.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, but there's some really fun stuff that you can do. Like, green screen used to be so hard, you had to light it really special, but now, like, even with apps on your iPhone, like, it really is not that hard to do some really silly stuff. So
that's cool.
I'm excited.
That's really cool.
I'm excited to try that out. But
yeah, man.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure. That's so cool.
I think Wednesday's going to be fun. You're going to be on the show. We're going to have Marcus Monroe's going to be on, going to juggle some things.
Sweet.
Eric Buss is going to be on. Who knows what he's going to do?
Oh, Eric's great.
Probably
he's
build some robot or something, a robot that makes toilet paper or something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What are, like, I was thinking about, you and I grew up at the Magic Castle in the junior group together.
Yeah.
And one of the things that was so cool about kind of like our class of juniors at the castle was everybody wanted to do shows.
Yeah.
Like I remember the show we did in San Diego. It was in like some stadium basement.
Yeah, it was.
Where was that at?
It was at the sports arena in the it was like a club, like a Admirals Club or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was like down, and then it was like Joel Brook, Yuri Drell.
Yes.
Who else was on that show?
Was James Holguin on that one?
Gosh. James? Yeah, maybe James was on that.
James did his act.
Yeah, and we totally we did it, you know? Like I have that on VHS. Like,
no.
One of the tapes. I have it. Yes.
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah. I know. I got to digitize that. And I think you do like a dollhouse illusion or something on there, or like a vampire illusion or something.
You and I did it together. It was James's routine, but then you and I did it, and you like ended up in the back of the audience or something.
That's right.
It was a ghost house.
House, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Fun, yeah, that was so fun.
Felt like a lifetime ago.
It really was.
Really?
I think it's fun that like that whole attitude of just like doing shows and like hustling, and like we've just done that this whole time, man. Isn't it crazy that like the thing we wanted to do when we were kids we're doing now? Well, we're not doing now, but like we do it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with this whole, not working thing right now. It's like, this is all I've ever done. This is all I know. This is all I know how to do. I've literally never had another job. Like I started doing this at 10 and this is all I've done.
Yeah.
So that's kind of scary, That's like, it's like, this is my only thing. Like,
right.
So it's like, how do I turn this thing into the next thing that's going to work and also pay the bills at the same time? So
yeah, man.
Do you think places like the Magic Castle and Vegas showrooms and like, is that going to come back? Do you think?
I want to say it's all going to come back, but I did have like a not a panic attack. What would I call it? Like it just hit me really hard when like the castle announced that they like had to lay off, most of the employees. It was like, oh my goodness, wait a minute. Like this whole thing, that's I think, I mean, we were doing the social distancing and we were like not leaving the house and we were only buying stuff online before that. But once that happened, I was like, we are in historic times. Like never has anything like that happened.
Yeah.
And, I do think the castle will be fine. I think the castle will come back. I think it's going to be different. I think there's going to be some different vibes at a lot of places.
Yeah.
I wonder, I really wonder about like the cruise industry. Like,
I know.
How many, like guys, we know that that's like their main thing.
Source of income. Yeah. It's funny because I've talked to some people on the cruise and they really are optimistic that they're like, oh, it's so safe. It's so safe. But is it?
Well, what is it like? I don't want to give false information. Wasn't it like 40 plus people that were on that one princess ship had it?
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, that scares me. I mean, you're in a little tiny confined place.
And that's the thing. It's not like the cruise ships are more dangerous than other places. It's the proximity. It's that you have, 1,800 people crammed into like these small hallways where you can barely have 6 inches of space as you walk past,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so fascinated by it all. Like I have moments where I'm terrified, and then I have moments where I'm like really hopeful. And then I have moments where I'm just like, wow, like this is what it's like to live in history. Like when you when you read about these crazy things that have happened in the past, like that is happening right now.
I know.
And every day when people wake up, whatever they do is helping write the story. It's like, just stay home. Please just stay home.
Yeah. Stay home. Seriously. Like limit your shopping to once a week. Like just do whatever you can to not go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a wild time, man. It's a wild time. I'm like excited to know like what's going to happen, but it's the first thing on my mind in the morning. It's like, I want to check the news. Like I want to know what's going on. Like, are we, did the mayor close something down today? Like what's happening?
Right.
Like what's the governor doing? Like what's the president saying? Like, I don't know. I'm like obsessed with it. And I don't know if it's healthy. Like right now would be a good time to do a detox, like a technology detox.
Yeah.
But then what? Then we come back to
you turn on the internet and it's just like the internet has been canceled. What?
Yeah. No.
I missed it. I missed the internet season finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's wild. I feel like I feel like I don't want us just to be unpositive, but the reality is this is what we're dealing with right now. It's such a unique time. It's a very unique time to be a performer.
Yeah.
It's hard to know, like especially when you're someone who hustles and like works hard, you want to like take action, but you don't even know what to do. Like you know what I mean? It's not where you're like, oh, my May looks a little light. Maybe I can like make some phone calls and reach out to some clients and talk to some people and let them know that I'm available to work. And it's like, well, what do you do now? Like, what do we even do to prepare?
I know. Well, like yesterday, I was feeling motivated. So I was like, I need to take some action. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So I went online and I started doing all this research on contracts and like putting new cancellation clauses together and like pandemic, like,
right.
And like all that sort of stuff, like into like my contracts for future gigs. But then I'm like, yeah, cool. I can like get all that going right now, but no one's going to be hiring me for a long time. So like, I don't know. And then I like went into maybe I'll work on my website, and then, got lost down that road for a while. And I don't know. I don't know.
What? I do really think though, when this is all said and done, and maybe even before it's all said and done, people are going to want to celebrate. They're going to want to get their teams together. They're going to want to do parties with the family, and they might look different, but I do think there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming out of this. Yeah. It's just in the meantime, how do we, keep yourself healthy, and like you said, taking the walks and working on other projects and
totally. Yeah. No, that's true. But yeah, I think you're right. People are going to want to celebrate, and they're probably going to want to just be around other people, and they're craving that sort of, social, environments.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I know. It's crazy. Like all our venues, like the Loft up in Tahoe, the Magic Castle, like all these places that were
Chicago Magic Lounge, House of Cards, like they're all just
Marvin's Magic Theater, like everything. It's just kaput.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Cruise ships, theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Nuts, man.
It'll come back. It will come back. It'll come back in a different way, but We'll be okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
How many times in your career have you been like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna make it? Like, I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Like a few times, like 2008 was kind of rough because I was doing all corporates when that hit. That was my bread and butter. I was
And then
like,
they just went away.
Corporate. They just went away. And I was like, what do I do? But, I shifted. I found new markets and I figured it out. So I survived that. I don't know. I feel like we can survive this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll survive.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll survive.
Let's talk about some fun times. Are there any shows that you have thought about? Like I know for me, there's like we talk about the castle. Like I just did the Peller. Man, what, like a month ago? Like it was, like
whoa,
it was not that long ago.
Oh my god.
But I think like, oh wow, that was like it's just nice to think and reminisce about like shows that are like really fun and go, wow, I want to get back to doing that. Are there certain venues or places that you just you think about and go, wow, I can't wait till I get to do that again?
Well, I mean, the Magic Castle is just so fun.
Yeah.
Like it's so fun. Like there's no other place like it. It is. There might be better paying venues. There might be bigger, more prestigious venues, but there's nothing like the Magic Castle.
Oh yeah.
And I was there. I was in the parlor in December.
Yeah.
And it the first week of December, and it was just so much fun. I was just really into working on the show, just like honing it, like working on it. I had a lot of people come in and give me great notes, and it was just so fun. Like I just remembered like just really enjoying that week and just like working on a new line and seeing the laugh like come immediately, and you're like, oh my gosh, that worked. Whoa, like, that's amazing. Like, yeah. So yeah, I am excited. I get depressed when I'm not performing, and I notice like when I'm showing my magic and interacting with people, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the thing that I miss. It's like I miss that sort of giving that joy, that entertainment, and I need that, like,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember when we were juniors and Diana, I don't know if you remember this, Diana Zimmerman got up one day and said, I just want you to know there is something wrong with all of you. Like she said, she was saying it's not normal for people to want to stand in front of other people and like do shows. Like there's something, and she was trying to say like there's something unique about you, but the way she said it was there's something wrong with you all. Like, this is not normal. Like you should appreciate like the uniqueness of the situation you're in,
Yeah, totally.
But it is weird, man. Especially like magician friends are struggling right now. A lot of my friends who are stand-up comedians just don't know what to do. Like most of them are used to going to like 4 and 5 shows a night, and they just never home, and now they're just home.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's I'm excited to get back at it. What is your like favorite venue or gig? Like what are you most excited about doing?
I you know what I love over the last couple of years? I mean, I've always loved the Castle, but like I love doing the Loft. I love doing venues where you can do shows every night, sometimes twice a night, and just like you said, like work out a new joke or put a piece in the show at the beginning of the week, and by the end of it, you've done it like 20 times, and you go, "Oh, now I really kind of know, where what this is headed." Yeah, what this is. So, I miss that. I'm having to learn because a lot of my writing has always happened on stage, or you know what I mean? Like I'll take something on stage probably before I should, and then in front of the audience come up with, what's the script and what is it, what works and where are the jokes. And so right now I'm trying to write some new stuff, but it's challenging not being able to take like an idea and go, okay, I'm going to go to the Comedy Magic Club tonight and try this out,
Totally.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the corporate paychecks.
Right? Oh my gosh.
This was like March and April were going to be like the biggest months we've had on like that I've had. Like, and I'm not saying this to boast because like May, June, and July were really light for me, but I was okay with it. It was the first year that I was like, okay. And I'm talking to Katie, like, look, we're going to make enough money in March and April that we can like enjoy the summer with the kids, and I can do shows here and there, but not stress. And we'll go take a vacation.
Yeah.
And then, then literally it's like within 3 days, I lost like 6 months worth of work, you know? So it's like,
did you have to do like a lot of like return deposits and stuff?
Luckily I have not had to do that.
Okay, that's good.
The way I've handled it is kind of like what you're saying, like anything that you've paid, I'll credit toward when you reschedule, or you know, but I haven't had anybody. Luckily, the companies I was set up to work for are not in a position where they need to do that. You know, I could see totally. Like if you're working for private clients or things like that, and they're in the same boat we are. Right. But yeah, that's good. That's been good.
That's great.
But but it is like, you know, part of this business is you plan in your head and you go, okay, I know this money's coming in, so maybe we'll do this house project now because a month from now we'll have the money, you know?
I know. Well, it's so funny because like, I don't know if you think this way, but I always think like, oh, like I really need like this. Right. Oh, you know, this one gig will pay for that. So yes, I'll take that gig. Like this gig equals this. Like it's not about money. It's just about like me doing this show will be put towards this
toward that thing.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny. Like that thinking is like out the window now.
Yeah, it's bizarre, man. Like I mean, one thing that has been rough is like I had to book travel like 2 months out for all this stuff. And so I've got credits with the airlines and all that, but I'm out all that money. Like I'm not going to get reimbursed from the client because I'm not doing the show.
So the airlines are not giving you refunds on canceled flights?
No, they're not giving me any refunds. Oh. They're just crediting me. So like I have credit in my account with those airlines for when I book in the future.
Oh man.
But that money
because I'm kind of worried about that too, because I have a lot of airline tickets. Like Allie and I were going to take my parents to Italy in May.
Oh, wow.
And we were flying from LA to London and then London to Pisa. And the British Airways flights from London to Pisa were canceled.
Okay.
And I was able to get that money back because they canceled.
Right.
But then these flights, you know, from LA to London, I'm not sure about, you know, they haven't canceled yet.
That's the thing. And you could just probably wait it out. I mean,
I think we're going to wait it out.
We were going in May, we were going on an Alaska cruise with the family and we waited and then they canceled. And so then I got the money back for that, which is great.
Oh, that's good.
But but like my brother-in-law canceled his like 2 days earlier. And so he lost he got like 60% of the money back instead of all of the money back. Oh
man. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. I keep laughing. In this May again, I still think this was a good idea, but like I spent a ton of money making this special in January.
Yes.
Part of it was like, okay, we'll sell the special and make the money back, hopefully, right?
Right.
But even if we don't, we've got all these corporate shows lined up and it's gonna be, you know,
it's gonna be fine.
And now it's just like I don't know. If I knew then, I probably would have hung on to some of that money, but yeah. But I think it'll pay.
Well, maybe you have like a thing now. Yeah, maybe you have a thing now.
Who knows? It could be. Yeah. It could be that I have something that you know that they're not making right now, and so maybe it's worth something. But yeah.
Now, did you edit the special yet, or what are you doing with the footage?
So the company that shot it, I also hired them to edit it. And so we're in like, like I paid
money,
so much money. But I'm really proud of it, man. I'll show you like when we're done recording here, I'll show you, like, I think I can screen share and show you like a clip or something, but it's looking really good. It's just like tweaking little things here and there. And then I got to make a teaser and, you know, start showing it around. So we'll see. In the meantime, for anyone who's listening, we've set up a Patreon. It's patreon.com/about-to-break. And if you want to, you know, if you're in the position to give a little tip and say you enjoy this, we really enjoy it. I appreciate that. That's our grocery money right now.
You know it.
Yeah. What about you, man? What do you have? You have anything online available for sale? Like, can people buy like DVDs or anything like that?
Well,
No,
so I
totally.
have one product that I sell at the end of my shows. Like at the Loft, I'll sell like a DVD, right?
Yeah.
It teaches 10 magic tricks at an unbeatable price of $20.
Yeah.
So I that wasn't even on my website until last night, and then I've been trying to put it on, but now like the PayPal link is not working, and like so I have to like go back to that like today and like fix that.
Okay,
But
we're gonna figure that
Yeah.
out before this gets released. We'll figure it out. So pitch it to
Oh, yeah.
people, because I think a lot of people right now are sitting at home, especially people are at home and their kids are at home, and they're like, "How do I continue to entertain my kids while I try
totally.
to work?" You know. So
Yeah, well,
I think that'd be a
that's
great
like
thing.
the one thing is teaching magic, and so I teach like 10 magic tricks with household items, and it's fun stuff, and I think like kids, since they are at home, like they should, like this is a perfect time to pick up a new hobby and learn something.
Totally. And
Yeah.
do they need any special props or anything, or?
No, it's just household items like paper and
That's great.
cards, scissors, things like that. So yeah, that's kind of fun, but that's really kind of all I have as far as like products go.
Yeah.
Do you have anything? Like, do you sell anything?
No, I mean I have like a teach a trick thing.
Yeah.
But no, I don't really have any other stuff to sell right now. But
I
everyone
know.
go
Is this-
buy Joel's. Where do they get it? They go to Joel Ward Magic?
JoelWard.com.
JoelWard.com.
Yeah.
You got your name.com.
I had my name.com, and then I lost my name.com.
Oh no.
And then I had to rebuy my name.com back for like $500 because like some guy like got it, and he was just like, I'm gonna hold on to this for a while, and I was like, hey, I want it back, and they're like $200, and then I was like $100. I was like, what? Like I had to get it back. Like, don't lose that stuff. Put it on auto renew. Like that stuff. Yeah.
You
terrible.
everyone go put your domains on auto renew right now. I have
seriously.
Who was the guy? Was his name Joel Ward, or was he just?
No, he was just like just the guy who does this. There's a famous hockey player named Joel Ward, and so he must have thought that guy was gonna pick it up or something. But
maybe, I mean,
nope.
Has he ever? maybe now's when you sell JoelWard.com.
That's right. Maybe I'll sell it to him.
To the hockey guy.
Well, he's out of work too. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh well, friends, go buy Joel's Magic DVD and learn how to do a bunch of tricks, and then your kids will be happy, and you'll be happy because your kids will be occupied. And the great thing about that is they don't just watch it once; they're going to watch it over and over because they want to learn the stuff. And
totally,
I think you've just saved some parents' lives right now, Joel. I think that you're going to have a lot of people going, and it'll be good.
This is great. This is really good.
Well, this is normally the part where I ask you to plug like upcoming shows and stuff, but neither of us have anything upcoming.
I got nothing. Well, actually, I'm doing this really cool thing on Wednesday. It's the Shed Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Live from the World Shed Quarters.
Oh my
Tune
gosh.
in. I'm going to put this out then before Wednesday. So as soon we're going to get your website set up, and then we're going to immediately put this out because people tune in this Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be on Facebook and Instagram Live. We got Joel Ward going to be on the show. We're going to do some shenanigans together. We're doing a super fun bit that I'm just predicting is going to be great. So come and watch it. Come see myself, Joel, Nick Paul, Marcus Monroe, Eric Buss. It's going to be a great show. What a wonderful show.
I can't wait. April 1st. April 1st.
Is that April 1st? Oh my goodness.
April 1st. It's April Fool's Day.
No fooling.
No fooling.
It's happening. All right, everybody, go check it out. And thanks so much for tuning in today. Joel, thanks for doing this, man.